Public Enterprises Minister Lynn Brown has announced the appointment of 4 new members to the Eskom board. This as she moves to address issues of alleged maladministration and state capture. Earlier this month, Eskom board chair Dr. Ngubane quit, allegedly because of Brown's plans to address issues at Eskom. On the appointment of Johnny Dladla as Eskom Group Chief Executive, Brown said she believes she made a good choice.
I think I wanted to give South Africa somebody who wasn't conflicted by having applied for the job, that hasn't been named in any way in any newspaper or any media or anything like that. And I think I've made a very good choice. I also wanted somebody who could actually run a company, and Mr. Dladla was the person that could do so. No, I don't know. In fact, it links up to Terence's question about how I appoint people. I don't know about the issue you are raising about whether he's been introduced to the Guptas or not, or whether he's been introduced to anybody or not.
For more on this story, we'll cross to our reporter Diabo Seto, who's at Megawatt Park. Good afternoon, Diabo. I believe you are joined by interim Eskom board chairperson Zatembe Khoza.
Good afternoon, Zinga. Yes, that's true. That's very true. I am joined by the interim board chairperson, Mr. Zatembe Khoza. But Zinga, just before we speak to Mr. Khoza, I want to tell you about one thing that the new interim CEO of Eskom has told South Africans regarding his role and what his priorities will be. You've already heard that the minister spoke about, how she is confident in that, how confident she is with that appointment that she has made. He's spoken about the issue of that he'll be addressing morale dampened morale in Megawatt Park in Eskom. He'll also be engaging with key stakeholders. He'll be focusing on business matters and not on political matters. And of course, he'll be engaging on building confidence and capital-based performance that they were already working on. But I want us to speak to Mr. Zatembe Khoza, who's the interim board chairperson, to tell us more about the plans of Eskom and where we are going from here. Mr. Khoza, thank you very much for making time to speak to us. Firstly, Eskom, it comes in this light of negativity and everything that has happened. And we do know that one of the biggest downfalls in any company is leadership that is lacking. And this is where you as a board chairperson and the executive come in making sure that the leadership of a power utility of South Africa's biggest economy is stabilized. Take us through what the plans are from your side.
At the moment at Eskom, we are operationally very efficient in terms of the operations. We're operating at a surplus electricity. We got a financial stability. We got a competent team of all engineers that are helping us to run the organization. So there's no doubt that the talent, the skills, and the expertise are available to us. Today, the minister have added 4 board members, which comes with a diverse expertise in terms of nuclear, in terms of physicians, also an accountant, in terms of the chartered accountant that are coming up. They're all going to assist us to make sure that we improve the performance of this organization.
You spoke about the issue of operational efficiency and that the liquidity is basically present at Eskom. However, this company is one of 11 companies that have been downgraded along with the sovereign. And I'm now wondering about your capital requirements for the 2017-2018 financial year, if you'll be able to meet them. And of course, Eskom has been taking a lot of debt to bring itself up. What is the plan with regards to this?
Okay, it is unfortunate that we were downgraded. However, to date, we have achieved up to 53% of the finances we need for the current financial year. And if the results that we have today encourages us to say when we go out to the financial markets, we got all positive feedback, and it's going to be easier to find the finances, and we will meet our capital projects.
Even though it will be very difficult to get finances, or not really difficult, but more expensive rather?
It is challenging. It's going to be challenging. It might be a little bit more expensive, But based on our ability and that we have been working with all the financiers all over the past period, we are confident that we'll get them at a reasonable price. And our performance to date gives that encouragement in terms of finances, that we will display to them so that they understand to say we are financially stable, we will be able to repay the debt which they're going to give to us.
And just lastly, Mr. Dladla brings with him 22 years of experience. He's been at Eskom for this longest time, and he has a whole lot of plans on how he wants to stabilize the utility. How are you going to support him to make sure that he meets his targets?
It's for us to ensure that in order to meet his target, we have to take away all the noise that disturb him in terms of the stakeholder management. We'll make sure that we engage with the stakeholder management, we discuss with the shareholder so that he's able to focus on the operations of the organizations. And with the expertise that we have, and now that we've got additional board members, if you require anything in terms of the subcommittees, we will make sure that we expedite the decision making so that we ensure that we meet all our expectations and all the requirements that they need operationally to meet the deadlines.
Mr. Khoza, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, ma'am.
That was Mr. Zatemba Khoza. He is the interim board chairperson at Eskom, and he was just giving us an update on what role he and his board will be playing in making sure that they give support to the interim CEO, who is Mr. Johnny Dladla, and also telling us that with regards to their funding requirements, even though they have been downgraded along with 10 other South African companies and the sovereign, they still will meet their financial targets or funding requirements for 2017 and 2018, and also the announcement of the additional 4 board members of the power utility. And it's back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Diabo Seto, coming to us live there from Megawatt Park in Sunning Hill.